We are back. I guess I don't know why it took a while. I think after Thanksgiving, you get in this weird like mode because it's shortly before the holidays, Christmas and New Year's. Dale was traveling. I got a new job. Welcome back, everybody. Dale, I missed you, man. Stop fucking leaving my life. How are you, sir?
Missed you. I didn't leave your life, man. You just got a new job, and I was working, and then the shutdown happened, and schedules were just thrown off for a week or so.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I have a temporary new job, and I think I'm getting carpal tunnel from it. We'll get into that in just a second. Dale, I don't know if you skied before.
Oh my god!
Trip a couple days ago. I think
so,
you're us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're still feeling symptoms. How's that holding up for you?
My body has never been more sore in my life. I mean, it truly feels like I got in a fist fight with 10 grown men. Dude,
won,
it's
hopefully.
Wild. Yeah, so I went to Big Bear the other day with Jared. And I was like, like when you're skiing, like you go side to side, slow down or whatever. Like I made a turn.
Yeah.
It was like my second run of the day. I made a turn and like I was going down and my boot literally just like disconnected from my ski. And it sent me like head over heels. Like my right ski was straight up in the air at one point, like during my fall. Like I felt that hard in like my shoulder and shit. The worst part about it was I was like 3/4 up the mountain still. It was crazy. It was literally like going down and I couldn't get my boot back in the ski. I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I'm standing on this mountain for like 15 minutes. Jared calls me. He's like, are you okay? Like, where are you at? I'm like, dude, I literally can't get my boot in this ski. And like I haven't been skiing that many times. So like I don't know how to adjust the ski. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so I just walked down the mountain. And like this was a black, I ended up finding out like this was a black hill, so like a steeper hill at the resort. And I walked 3/4 down this bitch. And I was so pissed. And then I get down to like the rental place and I give him the ski and I was like, listen, I can't get my boot in here. I don't know what's going on. I just had to walk down the mountain. And the guy just looked at me and he was like, oh, well, it's because of your binds or whatever they're called, or like they're way off. And he like went to adjust it and he was like, there you go, and gave it back to me. And then my boot like clicked like right in. But he was like, yeah, it was way off. So somehow it like slipped and my boot just.
So you had a total garage sale on the mountain.
Yeah.
Slam your head. And right now, for those of you that don't know, Big Bear is nowhere in comparison to the Rocky Mountains or any other majestic mountain resort. There's a lot of artificial snow there. So I'm sure it was very slick. I'm sure there was ice.
Shit. Yeah.
So I'm trying to picture you right now strolling down the mountain with everyone zooming by you. I hope your head's holding up well.
It's definitely feeling better.
That's good. You sound good.
Yeah, I'm hurt still. I'm hurt. I can't get out of chairs very easily.
You got to take some ibuprofen or something.
Oh, I'm on maximum dosage allowed.
I got a new job. Again, temporarily. Just want to get some extra cash. It's how fucking cheap it is to live in California, and I say that facetiously. I'm not going to disclose where I work. I just don't think that's safe. So we'll say that I'm in the back and I prepping some food and stuff. And fucking Dale, I have to give the kitchen staff tons of credit because, oh my God, I have never handled a knife as much as I have in the last few days than I have in my entire life. Pretty sure I have carpal tunnel right now.
Dude, it's crazy. Kitchen staffs are goated.
Yeah, it's so, oh my God, it's so much. And then I went to the doctor today. I put a poll on my Instagram saying, do you get squeamish when you give blood? And I gave two options. Yes, I do. Fuck that. Or no, I'm a champ. Dale's a champ. Me, on the other hand, I'm straight up, I'm squeamish. I don't know why. I don't know what
dude, that just hurts so bad to like flex my arms.
That's karma. That's what you get.
Such a bitch. Do you know who else is a bitch?
Who?
The whole state of Michigan. Dude, can you believe that we're not having Ohio State, Michigan this year? I'm mind blown.
So the news came out a couple days ago that Dale's beloved Buckeyes were not going to be playing the Michigan Wolverines. I think this is a big deal. I think of so much, for the site that I write for, if you think not only just the players on the field and the coaching staff, whatever, think of the media numbers, right? Big noon kickoff, who just basically their de facto home studio is in the Horseshoe because they're there seemingly every weekend. That's a big deal. And I understand, with the whole COVID and stuff, having suffering from it, it is what it is. But this is having some really large ripple effects that I was really hoping that it could have impacted another game, not Ohio State, Michigan, because even though you guys take the shit out of them every year, it's still, there's a lot of hype that goes into it that I'm willing to watch it.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. Ohio State, Michigan's a tradition unlike any other. It's crazy. I mean, when it comes to college football, that's the game. Colin Cowherd said it today. At the beginning of every sports season, the networks have like a draft of games. Ohio State, Michigan is always the number one game picked. It's everybody wants to watch it. I don't know. It's crazy. I just can't believe that happened. But the Big Ten did step up and do the right thing by eliminating the 6-game minimum required to reach the Big Ten championship. So Ohio State will still get a chance to play for the Big Ten title. Since we were obviously the best team in the Big Ten East this year, we will be playing Northwestern next Saturday in Indiana for the Big Ten championship, and hopefully with a chance to go to the college football playoff. Will, how do you feel about the Big Ten changing its rules?
It's interesting because I'll give it to the Big Ten for being fluid. Not only were they the first conference to announce that they were going to be temporarily postponing the season until they came back. I think we just need more clarity from them, right? I appreciate what they've done. And obviously, since you're an Ohio State fan and you are an alum for that school, but, a hardcore fan, I could see where you can get that. I think it just takes precedence over the rest of college football. It's just a weird year. The fact that we had the Big Ten title game next week, can you believe that? I mean, wasn't it just a couple weeks ago where we were like, oh my God, we're going to have Big Ten football. It's coming back. And we had the Pac-12.
Because it was just a couple weeks ago.
Dude, it's crazy.
We only have 5 wins.
Yeah.
It was 7 weeks ago.
But you took care of business, even though Ryan Day tested positive. Now, I'm sorry that happened to him. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But for them to format it, for them to get to the playoff, I think at this point, we already know there's about 4 to 5 to 6 teams that can be eligible and is going to be in contention for the CFP every year. And luckily your school is one of them, but I just think they need to extend it or expand it. That's been a narrative beaten to death. And look, it's all about the process, right? It's all about the product that you're pumping out on the field. Ohio State's done it. Not only are they getting the best recruits from their own state, they're picking from Florida, they're picking from Texas. I'll take it. There's some from California. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the wildest thing is about this whole situation is Michigan came out and supported the Big Ten's decision, saying that we clearly deserve the opportunity to be in the championship game. Meanwhile, Clemson's head coach, Dabo Swinney, is not happy about the decision. He thinks that it's completely unfair that Ohio State's given this opportunity when a one-loss A&M and Florida team are sitting at 5-6. I think Dabo's big scared. He does not want to see Ohio State again, especially in the 4-1 matchup or potentially the 2-3 matchup. That's me personally. Will, what do you think about that?
I think that he would want to see it, right? You want to beat the best team. I get what Dabo's saying. It is unfair if A&M doesn't get in because they are only a one-loss team, or if that calls into that category. I think that's a great matchup. Everyone keeps talking about who is the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars going to take with the first and second pick. If there was a matchup in the college football playoff between Clemson and Ohio State, you would have the potential number one and number 2 overall pick. I think it would be a good matchup. He's just saying that because he's coming from a conference that never swayed, right? The ACC and the Big 12 and the SEC said, no, we're going to play. Like, we're not stopping no matter what, and we do not care, and we're going to keep the train going. Now, Ohio State being the unfortunate beneficiary of another conference that wanted to delay it, you guys took care of business. What are they,
Like, why punish our players? Like, why are our guys going to get punished for this?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it. Like, you're going to punish a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds for something that's out of their control. Like, they played the games they could play.
It's an unprecedented year. I don't think there's a winner or a loser in this discussion.
Right.
I think a matter of
It's just like, use your damn eyes. Ohio State's one of the best 4 teams in the country.
All
What
right,
else do you want
all
to say
right.
about it?
I knew it. That's what we were waiting for. No, but on a real note,
I'm being serious when I say that.
we're having the players out of their control. Yes, this
Yeah.
is exactly how I figured it was going to happen. There was going to be a bunch of teams that were going to be unfairly treated because they didn't have enough games, and some they were going to be catered to because of what they can bring to the field and what do they generate on TV with numbers wise and revenue. So that's all it ever comes down to, but
it's money. Another money move made. I know this is going to be an Ohio heavy show, but we have a lot of Ohio football news. The NFL flexed America's team into primetime next Sunday night.
America's team.
The Cleveland Browns will be playing the Giants next Sunday night. They took Dallas out of primetime, put them earlier in the day where they belong, and put us in the 8 o'clock slate. I don't know what to say. Well, I love this.
I would hope
for
so.
The NFL.
Yeah, I would hope so. I guess good for them. If there was a franchise that needed this resurgence of energy and some sort of notoriety, I guess it would be Cleveland. But I mean, we haven't talked in a while. And for them to be sitting at 9-3, you had the Steelers who lost recently to the Washington football team. They haven't really been playing the best. Everyone had that stupid discussion on, this might be the weakest 11-0 team. Last time I checked, before it happened, they were 11-0. I believe you have to play him one more time, correct?
Yeah, we play in week 17.
Yeah, so I think
that could come down to the division.
Yeah, at that point, if you guys handle it, you're going to go to the playoffs. What you're going to do in the playoffs, I'm not sure. And giving Kevin Stefanski possibly the Coach of the Year award, that's fair. I think I could do that. In facing an offseason where everyone thought, is this Baker's team? What is OBJ going to do with Jarvis Landry? Is it going to be too much of a distraction? For you guys to have that statement win against Tennessee, I'll have to say, was not expecting that, really. I don't think really anyone was. I don't even think you were, because you were probably anticipating a much closer game. Tennessee is a legit team that was they were going
We don't win those games, Will.
Yeah.
We don't win those games.
Yeah, they were good. They were going to go to the Super Bowl if they would have beat the Chiefs. They were up on them.
Yes.
So,
the Titans game is not a game I've ever seen the Cleveland Browns win in my lifetime. No, you're laughing, but I'm dead serious. We don't win the game where the entire nation's watching us, where the entire nation's saying we haven't earned it yet. We're sitting at 8-3 at this point. We just don't win those games. So that's why I'm still apprehensive of making the playoffs until we're clinched. I'm not even saying playoffs yet. I can't get past Baltimore. I'm nervous as fuck for Monday night.
Yeah, and then
that's huge. We beat Baltimore. We have a realistic chance. Because think about this. I hate to look ahead, but our last 4 games are Baltimore, Giants, Jets, Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Pittsburgh still has to play us, and they play the Bills next week. If we can beat Baltimore Monday night and Buffalo beats Pittsburgh, that leaves a week 17 showdown for the division.
Yeah, and again, you can never get too ahead of yourselves. I get it that it's we have 4 games, a big block. It's hard to imagine if they can actually pull off winning that game against Baltimore. This could be a stepping stone to be hey, do you remember during that 2020 crazy pandemic-filled season, getting over the hump?
Yeah.
Shout out to your guys' offensive line coach, Bill Callahan, for you guys to run the ball as effectively as you can. I think has opened up a lot of windows for Baker now. So, easy team to cheer for. He still comes off as brash. I still think there's way too many progressive commercials, and then it just
those commercials
feels like they have those waiting in some file where they're okay, new week, let's put out this one. It's seasonal. No, but good for them. It's still a lot to be played, and COVID still isn't going anywhere. How it's going to impact, the rest of the season, I'm not sure. Is there going to be week 18? The playoff field expanding to another team. It's going to mean a lot, but it's exciting times for you guys.
For sure. Last night we did have a game. We had the Los Angeles Rams beating the shit out of the New England Patriots. I'm going to go on record saying this. I feel extremely bad for Cam Newton. I don't necessarily think that the Patriots sitting at 6-7 currently is on Cam Newton. National media put a lot of pressure on him today, saying he's not a starting quarterback in this league anymore. At the end of the day, I look at that Patriots offensive roster, and they are terrible. They have no talent anywhere. Cam was still somewhat productive last year with Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. It wasn't like he was pathetic. Julian Edelman and that running back crew is just not getting the job done. The offensive line's terrible. I don't know. I feel bad for Cam Newton right now. I'm going to say it.
Man, to have the Patriots play on the same field in the span of 11 days or something like that. I don't know, because they completely dismantled the Chargers, who were a completely separate discussion in terms of embarrassment. I got to give it to the Rams. They went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago with a flashy offense. I think the reason that you can point towards their success this year is on the defensive side of the ball. You have one of the best players in the league with Aaron Donald, and now you have
Jalen Ramsey.
And you have Jalen Ramsey, who's just as solid.
Yeah.
I think they're really making a statement. With the Patriots, though, man, have you ever seen a fall that hard? You have so many departures. Obviously, Tom Brady highlights all of them.
Think about all the people that sat out for COVID, too. Like Hightower is probably their best defensive player. He sat out.
Yeah, Patrick Chung. Yeah, we talked about that in May, I think. Wasn't that May or June? They were like, we're not going to play.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel so bad for Cam.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they even have
so they're at
wins.
6 and 7 right now. I still don't rule them out.
If you can go 8-8,
yeah.
I mean, if you can go 8-8, I'm props to you.
Yeah, I saw. There's so many stupid things where it's like, this is they have this many 7 losses in the regular season. The last time it was like 0-2 or something. I think like Eminem's "Lose Yourself" was like the best song on iTunes back in the day, or not even. I don't even think iTunes was out yet at that time.
Yeah, no, I do remember that. It's crazy.
Great song though. Great song.
Love it. All right, guys, give us a follow. WOTM Daily, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. William, it was great catching up with you, dude. Lots of football this weekend. Let's see what happens on Sunday. Have a good weekend, dude.
Rest ahead of yours. Hopefully you're not concussed, and we will come back on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. See you.